I'm going to talk really briefly about Module 1. Module 1 is a lot, but it's also multiple weeks, excuse me. So just go through it step by step, and you can do this. The big thing is we're going to go all the way through the research methods book. So we're going to start with an overview, and I think that the chapter 5 from Major Decisions does a better job with the what is humanities? Why study humanities? So we're going to start there, and then we're going to go into methods. The way that the research methods book works, each chapter focuses on a specific method. So the method is the steps to accomplish the task, and the method really controls what questions can be asked and how questions can be answered. And then when we bring in methodologies, which would be lenses, which would be additional theories, so I can do a literary analysis from a feminist lens. Literary analysis is my method. The feminist lens, although that even needs to get more narrowed, is my methodology. So those two come together. So we want to keep it really clear: method, methodology. What each individual chapter does is focus on a method, and then as a byproduct of that, it throws out various methodologies that are available and can help answer questions within the method. It is not comprehensive. It is really trying to give you the broadest overview of potential mixes that it can, so that you have a better idea of how to put together a research question and a research project moving forward. The goal here is not for you to be able to test out of every single one of these methods. Instead, it's really to get an idea of what is the breadth of English studies. That is the whole entire goal of this course, and that's the whole entire goal of this first module. What are all the possibilities? What are all the possible questions we can add? What are the approaches? There we go. What are the approaches that we can use for all of these different questions, and how are all of these questions English? And then the methodologies are just lenses. What are the lenses? You've already experienced more in your other classes than what's included in this book, and that's good. That's what's meant to happen. So really focus on the methods. What are the steps? What does that say about what information is valued and what the fundamental values of that portion of the subdiscipline of English is? Another note about the notes. So for each of the chapters, I've got a series of questions that you're going to answer as a part of the guided notes, so that you can really focus on pulling out the important and key information from the chapters. But I also, after you've read each chapter, want you to, and I have it listed in the notes, I want you to tell me information about the chapter. So what is it that you're noticing? And these questions are in there. This is also space, and you'll see for each of them, space for you to ask me questions. So I want these guided notes to be less you're proving to me that you read, and more you are capturing information as you're reading it and you're building your knowledge, and then you're asking me questions about it so that your knowledge builds further. And I will respond to that in the grading comments. Please make them as obvious as you can so that I can find it through your notes. I know one of the sections, it's lots of chapters. So as obvious as you can would be really helpful. If you have any questions about Module 1, send me an email or stop by office hours.